Welcome to the Curly Q&A Mondays with Melanie show. I'm your host, Ken Nichols, and I am here with Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products. And tonight we are sponsored by Raw Curls.
Yay, Raw Curls.
The number one brand of curly girl friendly curly hair products in the world. Highest percentage natural and organic and clean, toxin-free ingredients. You can find them at www.rawhairorganics.com with an S. So, all right, we're show 106 this week. Holy cow, we're just knocking them out. Boy.
This is our Valentine's
This
special.
is our Valentine's Day special.
Love is in the hair.
Love is in the hair.
See, it says so right here.
It says so. Love the glasses.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad because I have a gift for you.
Why did I say
Everyone
that?
heard that. Ooh, I have a
I
little
love.
surprise.
Let me stop. I love them on you.
No.
Always got to put. You know what? You know how like when you put clothes on a dog and the dog just looks like.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great.
You have to be in the spirit.
Right. All right. Well, let me put these on. So, this week special. This week is a Ask Me Anything show, AMA. We do that usually about once a month or so, where during the week you can ask us pretty much anything, and we'll pretty much answer it. So we've got a couple of Ask Me Anything questions for you. Well, there might be one for me too. I got to look, and we'll go through those. So, do you want to get into questions, or do you have a fun fact or anything you want to talk about?
It's Valentine's Day. Love is in the hair. That's why this should be a love theme. There you go. Now he's in the spirit.
Now I'm in the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel there.
You didn't open your other gift.
I feel like Elton John.
You look like Elton John.
Okay. All right.
This is another gift for you. Look, it's from me and Murphy.
Oh, you and Murphy got me.
Yay.
That dog's got my glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
With the rhinestones.
Yep.
Look, it's the same glasses.
I know. Isn't that cool?
One. This is wonderful. Oh, great, with all different kinds of
and we got
animal quotes.
Concert tickets.
Oh, we have concert tickets. Where are we going?
To a concert.
Oh, wonderful. We're going to see Toby Mac when? It's now Hertz Arena. That's the arena by us. It used to be Germain Arena. Oh, how wonderful. Thank you.
I know. I thought that was really cute.
It is.
We're besties, all of us.
Oh boy.
We all have the
same glasses. Did Murphy get those glasses too?
Yep.
Rhett doesn't have.
Better be careful, Rhett. I've got a spare pair. I'll make you come in here wearing them.
Oh,
okay.
Man. He'd look good in rhinestones.
Sure.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Your volume's really low. Well, no, I shouldn't have told him that. No, maybe just keep it that way. All right. Well, good. Well, thank you. Let's get into some questions. How about that?
You got to keep your glasses on.
I can't read the questions.
You can read.
I can't see the questions.
Oh, my gosh. Don't go through this again.
Man, for God's sakes. Anyway, all right. Let's get into some questions.
Okay.
We'll knock out as many as we can here. So, Melanie, is the Dyson hairdryer really worth the price?
I feel that it's not.
You feel that it's not. Tell us why.
Well, we talk about this all the time in the salon. For me as a professional, we have really great dryers already that are half of the price. So for a consumer, that hasn't used a professional dryer, it's a great dryer. Don't get me wrong. It's a great dryer. It does, great things. It's, quiet. I like that. It's got a nice long industrial cord. I like that. The magnetic attachments. I like that. Supposedly it dries the hair quicker and doesn't dry it out. I'm not sure about the research on that. It seems really hot when you use it. I have used them. But, it is a great dryer. Is it worth $400? I just can't say that it is. That's really priced high. So if it was more like two, even 300 would be a stretch, then absolutely. But hey, a lot of people are buying it, so who am I to say? I mean, I'm just blown away by the number of people buying it.
Yeah, but you in the so no one in the salon has in your
No,
salon has one?
no.
No, and you don't foresee getting any.
If I could get a good deal on some, I wouldn't say that we won't. What I like the most about it is the quietness. We have a small salon, a small space, and when you get, all of us in there working on, we have multiple clients and everyone's talking and the dryers are going, it's kind of loud. So, that's the one thing that could possibly sway me if we got a good enough deal.
Mm, okay. Okay. Well, that answers that. Okay, Melanie, is there a way to keep the hair at the nape of my neck from going fuzzy from rubbing on my clothes throughout the day?
No, I have the same problem. Yeah. And that's why a lot of times those hairs underneath there are shorter even because they get snagged on your necklaces. And, it's unfortunately there's nothing that I know of to, keep it from happening. I just always have to refresh that area, put some pomade on there to smooth it down. When if I'm going somewhere or when I put my hair up or if I'm refreshing in the morning, I do have to make sure to concentrate on that area.
Mm, okay.
And then whenever I have clients that come in at the end of the day, their hair is there's always a knot. And thank God it's on the bottom actually. The rest of the hair looks amazing and then underneath it's like, ugh, there's that knot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any interesting curl clients this weekend or this week at the salon? You or any of the girls? Anything worth talking about?
I think it was pretty much business as usual. There wasn't anything extraordinary.
No.
If I think of something, I'll jump back in with it. But yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, like I just did a major haircut transition, but she does have wavy hair. She does have wavy hair, that silver, that long gray silver hair that I
Oh
just
yeah,
showed you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but she doesn't typically wear it that way, probably because it was so weighed down. It was just all long in one length, and she allowed me to cut it up to collarbone. I haven't posted those pictures yet. I'll do that tomorrow, but. We did blow it out smooth. She has a slight wave, but now if she'll let me, we're working into possibly doing some layers, and then I think we'll be able to get it to bounce up, with some more waves.
Okay.
hmm
Okay. All right. Here's an Ask Me Anything question for both of us. What is your favorite guilty pleasure food?
Oh, mm,
Hmm.
just one.
Pick as many as you want.
Guilty pleasure. Well, I mean, for me, of course, it was the sweets. Though I was totally addicted to the caramel M&Ms, which I've shared before. But I've detoxed. I've gone through rehab.
Gone through. Yeah.
So I gave that up the first of the year, and I'm doing really good. I decided to keep going. However, I did fall off the bandwagon a little bit on Friday because I had a really, really frustrating day at the salon that had to do with CenturyLink. And so I just, that was my little vice. I said, oh, I forgot to get another bag. I had a small bag of the caramel M&Ms for a client of mine. And honest to God, it was for a client of mine because she's never had them. But she didn't come in last week, so I was frustrated. I'm like, I'm eating that bag of M&Ms. So luckily it was just a small one.
Was just a small one.
But for me, like definitely the sweets and chocolate. What about you?
Man, I don't know. Guilty pleasure. I don't know. I can't. I can't really think of anything out of the ordinary.
You like your key lime pie.
I love key lime pie. Yeah, that's probably it
Why
right
do
there.
I have to answer for you?
Because I don't get it that often, so I didn't even think of it. It's been so long. Yeah, probably key lime pie. I like a really good. I don't like just a cheapie. It's got to be like if we go to a restaurant or something and they have it, it's got to be where they give an explanation that says something like, either we make it here and we squeeze the key limes ourselves, or we get it from, some 90-year-old woman in the, there's got to be some little story behind it. Because if it's, we buy it at Publix grocery store and serve it to you here, I don't want it. But if it's something like that, yeah, then I got to get it. Or if I see somebody else have it, has it on their plate, then I will. So yeah, for me, probably key lime pie. That's probably it.
It
That's a good
doesn't
one.
have to be a sweet though either. I mean, I have a long list. It's hard to even pick one. I mean, French fries was my other. Oh my gosh. But I've been really good. Like I've worked hard
Yeah.
on, giving these things up and having them, in
Yeah.
very, very moderation. Because I have to. No.
Cheese and meatball thin crust turbo crust pizza from Jets.
Oh gosh. That's yours?
Well, you don't get that very often, and it's yummy.
Mm.
I could eat the whole thing.
Yeah, we're pigs. We have big appetites.
We're pigs.
We are. I mean, people are shocked. We can remember when we used to go to Marty's.
Back.
And we used to get a pizza the size of this whole table, and we would eat it.
It'd
He
be
would
like
sit
this.
on one end, and I would sit
We'd
on
eat
the
it
other,
all.
and we just eat until we
I
meet
don't know
in the
how
middle.
he did it.
I mean,
Well, I
we're
was a
pigs.
big fat guy back then. I was
Yeah.
pretty big.
I was
ate
the
a
same
lot.
size, luckily, but I don't know how.
Still ate a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably it. Yeah, I love pizza.
It's like the cartoon where you eat the corn on the cob until you eat in the
until you meet the pizza's gone. Yeah, we could polish off a whole, like a giant one, like the size of the tray.
Yeah.
Not take
I'm
any
not
home.
even exaggerating.
God, that's been a long time. Oh, all right. Melanie, someone told me they lighten their curls with lemon juice in the summer. Would this damage your curls?
Lemon juice. Well, that's acidic, and it's not going to be as damaging as bleaching your curls, but it has a similar effect. It's almost like putting peroxide on your hair and then going out in the sun, or going in the pool with the chlorine and then being out in the sun. So it's going to have a slight damaging effect to it. It's going to break it down a little bit. That's why you get a lightness to it. Anytime your hair is getting lighter, you could consider that some damage because you're removing the pigment from the hair, whether it's with a natural lemon juice or whatever. So, yes, but mildly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I'm seeing, I'm going to try Instagram. For those of you watching live on Instagram, I'm going to try to take a couple of live questions if I can, because we've hooked up part of our new system that I've been telling you about for the last couple of weeks. So tonight's the first run of it. Looks to me like everything's pretty clear and whatever, and we haven't lost anything.
We'll see.
Yeah, so far so good. But I haven't figured out how to pull it up on my phone yet, but I'm going to try. And if you want to post some questions, go ahead and try to do that now, and I'll take a look if I can, and we'll see as I get through these. So we'll do that. All right.
And I want to say thank you. There's people that watch us or listen to us every week, and I don't know everyone personally, but I know there's been some clients of mine that have shared that they're always on there, and I can't always see that now. So I just want to make sure to thank everybody because we really appreciate that, and we love you very much.
Yeah, we do.
Thank you for being a part of our show.
Yes, we really do appreciate that, and that is what's made us an award-winning podcast.
Yay!
So from last week, if you guys weren't here last week, for those of you who didn't hear, yeah, we actually we got ranked the #2 hair industry related podcast that you must listen to and subscribe to in 2019. I have no idea how, but.
Yeah.
I guess the competition's pretty lackluster.
Was there only like one person that to choose from?
Right. We're like the
they
best.
Can't even see the cool sunglasses.
Right, exactly. We're like the best. Rhett, what's the name of that new football league? Yeah, we're like the AAF. We're like the best of the AAF.
Because there's only one.
Right, because there's only like 6 teams.
Oh. We're number one.
We're number.
Yeah.
No, we're actually number
we're
2.
Number
we're
2.
not even number 1. Oh my God. Anyway, but thanks for making us number 2. That sounds so pathetic. But thank you, honest. It's really mean. It's gonna be better. Hey, you know what's even
cool.
better? I'll tell you guys this. I'll throw this.
There was other. Yes. There was other.
With some named people in there. That
yeah.
was actually really pretty cool. Yeah. So I'll throw that out there. We're actually tomorrow. We're going to start our first Q&A. Rhett and I are going to do this tomorrow. We're going to start 2 Q&As. One is a podcast, and then one related to this stuff.
Is that your fun fact?
This is my fun fact. I forgot. I decided if I wasn't going to talk about it or not. But for those of you who don't, I'll give you here. I'll give you a short story. I'll
Oh
give you a long
boy.
story. I swear I'll make it short. Okay. For those of you who don't know how our raw hair organics line and our salon and our raw curls line and all that started, long story short is about 15 years ago, I was in the chemical industry, owned a big chemical company, well, chemical related company. I got sick with cancer. They said go home and die. I didn't want to go home and die, so through 3 bouts over 4 years, I survived. And when I survived, we decided, hey, let's get the chemicals and toxins out of everyday stuff. So we started with hair products, and that's how we got to where we are today. And one of the things that I used to stay alive when I was on my deathbed all these years
Well, you
was
skipped
this.
over a lot. You did.
I know, because I
You,
didn't want to,
yeah.
because you know me, because I know you guys would be like, oh God, here we go.
Well, he did, basically 3 years of alternative and holistic treatments
Yeah,
and
integrative
supplements and
stuff.
integrative. Yeah.
Lived in Mexico for a
Yeah.
while. All kinds of
So,
stuff. It's a
and then did chemo and radiation. But
yeah, it's a long
so
deal.
part of that,
Yeah, was this. I used this, and I finally decided
well,
after
not that.
10 years
So,
of, yeah, it's this, and I just decided to make it. And so now I make it. It's called Raw Organics Super Green Juice. It's an organic superfood blend, and
so what can that do for
uh,
me or anyone else?
it will, probably the easiest way to describe, and we could get into a whole lot of stuff, but one of the things when I was sick,
No,
one of
just
the
answer. What can it do for us?
well, I have to explain it this way. When I was sick, one of the Chinese medicine doctor that I dealt with, that I got this from, by looking at me, had told me flat out that if I can't get you healthy, you're not going to survive long enough to get, hopefully even find a treatment that will kill off your cancer, long term. So I took this along with a bunch of other stuff, and the whole idea was to get me healthy enough to be able to survive, and it did. So anyway, so that's the long and short of it, and we'll talk more about it on our podcast, and we'll post some links on this tomorrow. But we're gonna start with two tomorrow. We'll do a couple of recordings of them. And one of them is a podcast called we talked about it tonight, and oh God, Rhett, I'm forgetting the name already. Hopeless Diagnosis. Is that it? Did I say that right?
Hopeless
Hopeless
diagnosis?
Diagnosis. Yeah. So but we'll talk a bunch about this stuff and whatever. So in the next couple of weeks. So oh yeah,
Oh,
I didn't.
yay. There's our medal.
There, you guys see it. Oh, can that stay there like every week?
Yeah, how
Pretty cool.
cool.
Pretty cool.
It's like the movie we
So that's
watched
it.
last night. Looks like that medal, the
Right,
Nobel.
the Nobel. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so there you got kind of and I'll talk more about it on those podcasts, or on that podcast, so you guys get the more detailed version. But that's really how, like,
Let
raw
me see.
curls and
That can
everything,
probably help,
everything.
people's hair for sure, because we talk about, treating yourself from the inside out.
Yeah.
So, supplements like this are going to help your body to be healthier, which will help your hair to be healthier as
Yeah.
well.
And everything else.
Mhm.
So I did. There was, because do you remember that? Well, I remember this
Mhm.
specifically, but yeah, I got significantly better in the course of a couple of months. Um, and it was funny that I had a doctor actually say to me, you're the after looking at my records and my scans and everything, and said, you are the best looking walking dead guy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So it worked. I mean, it kept me alive is what it did. But it was bad. And like I said, I don't want to get a whole lot into it because I don't want to bore everybody, but that's how all these product lines really started. Was
Mhm.
we realized, especially from me being in the chemical industry for almost 20 years, owning a distributorship. I sold to municipalities, and I mean, just hundreds of thousands of pounds and gallons of stuff, and realized that a lot of the same stuff that I was selling every day were in the hair products Melanie was using in the salon every single
Mhm.
day, as every other stylist was. So we were one of probably the very first product lines that went as high in the natural and organic percentage level as we did. That was salon quality performance, and yeah, it didn't go
Mm.
well. it was not well received from the start.
Hmm.
We got a lot of feedback, a
John
lot of
Masters has I mean,
yeah,
they were out there. There
yeah,
was a couple. There was a
yeah,
couple,
but not
but
yeah, but not many. But
yeah.
we're still probably performance-wise, we're still probably the highest percentages. But
Yeah.
anyway, so that's how all
Curl
that sounded
questions.
was me kind of
Curl
dying. So,
questions.
all
Let's
right, we're
do
getting
some
into
more
that.
curl questions.
Okay. There's another good one. All right, Melanie, is it okay to still use those spiky headbands like from the 80s or a banana clip on my curly hair, or will it damage the curl pattern? You remember
My
those things?
God.
Don't you? Do you have one?
No, I don't have a banana clip. Oh my
I meant a
gosh.
spiky hairband.
No, I'm trying to picture that. I can't even picture.
They were round like this.
And it had like the prongs like a
Yeah, so
comb.
you could pull it apart. Right.
No, that's a banana clip.
No, no, no. It was round. A banana clip goes like this. These were round and
And stretchy?
yeah, stretchy. That's it.
Yeah, it's kind
Do you
of
guys remember that? Any of you guys remember that? I remember that.
if that's what she's talking
I
about.
think that's what she's talking about.
Is this Melinda? She loves the 80s.
No, no. I love the 80s. I miss that.
Um,
I can't figure out how to get these questions.
no,
Curses.
no. I have a client that still wears a banana clip. No, it's not going to be damaging for the hair. Just like any other clip that has the prongs, like the little butterfly clips or anything. And those stretchy headbands, that's fine. It's similar to what we use now as our little ponytail holders that look like the phone cord. And I use that. In fact, I had put that in my hair tonight before I came, and it just wasn't looking how I wanted it. So I took it out. And so, no, I wouldn't say that's damaging, unless you're pulling it super tight and where you're pulling the, hair on the scalp. But that's unlikely. Those aren't typically that tight. So, no, it's fine if you want to, you know, rock the 80s.
If you want to rock the 80s, I would. I'd totally do it.
Are you growing your hair and getting a perm?
I could.
Oh,
I would not mind, actually. I would do it.
oh God.
I would. I look pretty good with it when I
You
had
would
all my
not
curls.
look good with long
I
hair
did
up
back
there.
then.
Right.
I did back then. All right. Okay. Oh, here's another good question. Boy, these are fun. Melanie, I'm glad they're not directed at me. Melanie, when you were a young girl, did your mom do your hair curly or encourage your curls, or did she just brush your hair straight to make it easy and send you on your way? Now, the funny thing is when I saw this question come in about 20 minutes before showtime and Rhett was working on the new system, I thought it. And it's just there wasn't enough time, but I thought, I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call Melanie's mom and bring her on the show and ask her and put her on the spot. But her internet's so crappy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know.
And she's blind, so I don't think we could have got it set up in 20 minutes. But I was gonna go to the source and I was gonna ask her and see what she said. So do you remember? The only little kid pictures I've ever seen were straight. Yeah, it was straight.
I hardly had any hair. I was actually almost bald until I was 5.
And you were a towhead, right?
Yeah. So my hair was really thin and really blonde. Remember, I had that picture with my pigtails that were, curled, and I had the like kindergarten bangs all up to here.
Mm-hmm. With your favorite shirt on.
Yeah,
picture?
with my little sailor dress on. Mm-hmm. So,
do we have that, Rhett? No.
No, he doesn't have that picture.
I'm going to get it in a month.
You could. I'm sure my mom probably
I'm sure
has
she
it.
does.
I'm sure she does.
I'm going to get it next month.
Hmm. So my hair really wasn't that curly. I had a slight wave to it when I was younger. Even if you look back at my high school graduation picture, I didn't like sit and spend hours blowing out my hair, but it wasn't as curly as it is now. I just started going through puberty,
Mm-hmm.
and it got curlier and curlier actually as I've gotten older with different hormonal changes, and actually going back to the 80s. Speaking of, I did get a perm. I actually got a spiral perm in the 80s, and then I swear to God, it's like my hair just got curlier after that.
Do you have any pictures?
Oh, probably, but I'd have to dig.
Heather, if you're watching, if you you have any, I know she watches some nights.
Oh gosh,
Heather,
don't
if
you
you're
dare,
watching,
Heather.
see if you can find those. Anna, somebody.
Be nice.
Oh, be nice.
Yeah.
That would be.
So, but I had, so to answer your question, actually my mom even cut my hair and it
Oh,
wasn't, yeah. And no, she did a great job. I had really nice hair.
really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So, yeah, I would say, she brushed it, or I wore it more straight or just wavy, just worked with what I had, but it wasn't as curly. She would not have had a problem though styling curly. My hair is not really difficult to work with.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All
Mm.
right. Okay. Melanie, you mentioned a pillowcase of some sort a few months ago during one of the Q&A shows. Can you tell us what that was?
Yes. We talk about two different kinds of pillowcases. We talk about I always want to say satin. Yeah, the satin pillowcases, which, you can buy even at Sally's or, online. And then we also talk about, and if you chose to, buy silk, that's fine too, same kind of concept.
Mm-hmm.
But the satin ones are very reasonable. And then we also talk about the pillowcase, and that is by Dr. Circadia. I think I'm pronouncing that properly. Um,
It's really funny because it sounds like circadian, which should be like sleeping, like your internal clock.
oh, well,
Kind of
maybe,
funny.
yeah.
There's a fun
So,
fact.
well, those are really cool, and they're a higher quality pillowcase. The same kind of concept, but he's a plastic surgeon, and he created these pillowcases for his patients so that it wouldn't disrupt the what surgery or whatever he did to the skin.
The moisture or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it doesn't take the moisture out. It doesn't give you the creases because people that have had plastic surgery on their face obviously are not going to want, to get scrunched and squeezed and get those creases on their face. So he created these pillowcases, and they stay cool. They're very light to the touch. They're just wonderful. We have clients that love them and buy them all the time. What else can I tell? Oh, I guess they're so gentle. So again, same kind of concept. They're not going to pull the moisture out of your hair or um, cause a lot of friction on the hair, which would give you frizz. So because I was told they're so gentle, they don't disrupt the eyelashes either. So now how
Hmm.
people are getting like the eyelash extensions, it's good for that too because it won't pull the eyelashes out.
Speaking of which, let's talk about a
Are you
related.
getting eyelash extensions?
No, but
Oh.
let's. I don't need them. My eyelashes are pretty
You
long.
do need them. You can't even see
I
your
don't. You
eyelashes.
can't see my eyes either.
Exactly.
So what's the difference? You know how weird that would look? Like, oh, jeez. But speaking of which, tell us a little bit about that story from this week about one of your stylists at the salon permed the eyelashes
Oh,
of a client, right?
yes,
Tell us about that deal. Is that like true?
it is. So we have a product that we use to color the eyebrows, and that company also carries an eyelash perm. And it seems so crazy, but it just intrigued me. I've looked at it for a couple years now when I heard about it because I'm like, that's crazy. Who in the world would do that? And then I had a client coming in who was actually even a friend of mine that said she got her eyelashes permed. I don't know if she did it on a cruise or where. She wasn't in town by us, but she had it done somewhere else, and they
Hmm.
looked amazing. Um, so it was, an alternative to getting eyelash extensions where you can just perm the eyelashes. So it curls them up. And a lot of times, like I've even noticed, another fun thing about getting older, the eyelashes tend to lose their curvature. It's like they almost grow in straight or sticking downward. It's so odd. And I've seen it on my clients, and now I've experienced it myself. So this particular individual has that exact scenario where her eyelashes are, kind of sticking straight downward.
Oh,
And so we were trying to perm them to curl them up and back. It was a failure.
didn't work,
It
eh?
didn't work. No. So we were really disappointed. So we said we have to get some more YouTube training. I'm kidding. Um,
Okay, you're gonna love this next question.
So
I'm
back
not
to the
laughing. I
drawing
swear I'm not
board.
laughing. I'm not
We're
laughing.
going to experiment some more because I know it works. I've seen it. Maybe it's just the product that we have. I don't know. So to be continued, but that it did nothing. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
even charge her.
All right. Well, here's another curly haired woman who got some YouTube video training.
Oh, awesome.
All right. This will probably be the last question. What are we running at, Rhett, time wise? Okay, good. Yeah, we'll do that and then we'll end up. Okay. Well, you can tell when the question starts with "welp," you can pretty much tell this is going to
Oh.
be good. Welp, I didn't want to spend money on a curly haircut at a salon, so I tried the unicorn cut at home. And, well, it wasn't bad the first time, but I decided the next day to cut a little more off using the unicorn technique again. And it was too much. It looks awful. What can I do?
Darn, I was gonna bring that. I had something with a unicorn on it. That's so funny because I wanted to give a little surprise out to my client Deborah. She was just in and she would laugh. We have an inside joke about unicorns, and now you have a unicorn question,
I
so
have a
that's
unicorn
hilarious.
question. Yeah.
What can you do?
Did the unicorn cut too much
Unfortunately,
off?
yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to get it cut
Oof.
again. When a haircut gets screwed up, there's no way to fix it except cut more. And obviously, I'm gonna suggest going to a professional that has curly training so that it doesn't have to keep getting shorter and shorter and shorter, but it's gonna have to be cut a little bit more to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, um,
I know some people have okay luck with the unicorn cut, but it really removes like bulk, so it doesn't like you don't get the same individual. Um, how would you describe that? It's Put it this way:
I wouldn't
the
say
whole
that removes bulk.
the well,
Or,
it takes off the bulk of you take off a chunk because they put it in a ponytail and chop.
Yeah, but
You
when
know,
okay,
um,
like it makes no sense. It's going to give you some layers, but it's not going to be all even. Number one, the reason why we do a curly cut is to work with the individual curls. So why in the
right?
world, if you have curly hair, you're putting your hair all up in one ponytail and cutting it? That makes no sense right there. Okay?
Because there's no
Because
shape.
it's going to fall down and it's going to be all different lengths and layers, and I mean that's just, I'm sorry, that's a disaster. So we do a ponytail cut when we're donating hair, and then we go in and actually do the real haircut. You know.
After
So
that.
yeah, but if you're pulling hair all up into one place and cutting it, whether it's here, anywhere, when you release that, it's going to be different lengths. Okay, so that's going to give you some layering, but it's not going to be the same. If you flip your, it's not going to
So
work.
are you saying that
It's not going to be
when you
balanced.
went to beauty school and then spent a year
They did
with
not teach
world
a unicorn
champion
haircut.
Malcolm Brown, he didn't teach you the unicorn cut?
Absolutely not.
Are you kidding?
I'm not.
It's a British national champion, U.S. national champion, and he didn't teach you the unicorn cut?
He did not.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
So, like I'm saying, because then you would have
Go
to go
figure.
and clean up the perimeter. It's going to be different lengths. I mean, when you're gathering all that hair together in one place and you let it go, it's not like, I mean, when we're cutting hair, we're working with how it lays and we're looking at where it is, how the length of the perimeter is, how the curls are either straighter or curlier. So there's a lot more to it than that. I mean, if it works out for you, great, but I just can't imagine.
Yeah, and that's kind of the way that I see it. Is I think that a lot of people have waited until their hair is so far grown out that almost, I hate to say it this way, but I'm going to say it this way, that almost anything makes it look better
Mm.
because you're taking off something, and anything does.
Well, to them it might look better,
That's what
but
I mean.
if
And
you
and
let
hey, if you're
me go
that's
through it, I'm sure that I would not want to put my name on that work because it just, I'm sorry, it cannot be good. It just can't be balanced.
can't be balanced.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
There's going to be different lengths and it's going to lay differently in different places and
We got to bring Malcolm on the show and grill him about this
what?
unicorn cut.
Oh
Why
gosh,
he hasn't been
why?
trained? Guys train some of the best stylists in the
I just
country, and what the
explained
heck?
why. I
Why
just
isn't he not?
explained why. Because
Why isn't he cheering? Well, if you're having good luck with it, well, have at it. I think that's it. All right, let's wrap it up for next week. Keep this in mind. Next week's show is going to be the acronyms show, and we did this, several months ago, and we went through some of the acronyms. We see people all the time in the curl groups and on our Instagram account who will ask questions like, "What does this mean? What does that mean?" And there's a lot of, there's a whole list of curly terms that people will use acronyms for just to shorten them up, and a lot of newbies don't know what they are, and there's a lot of them that even seasoned curl people don't really know what they are. So we're going to go through those next week, so that'll be fun. And I don't think trying to think if we got anything else. We're going to have a product review next week, or no? Do we know yet?
I don't know.
Don't know yet.
Maybe. Are we doing any specials for Valentine's Day?
Nope.
No.
Got nothing.
This is supposed to be a love theme.
I
You don't
well,
sound very loving.
what if I got
Supposed to run a special.
I had a special. I got nothing this week. I got nothing. I have no special. Sorry, no. I got nothing.
Wow.
Maybe next week.
I thought you were.
I got people.
We were just talking earlier about.
Right. Well, I'm not prepared, and that's the thing. So I can't just throw it up there. It's not like the old days when if I wanted to throw a special up, I'd do it like right now while we were talking.
Why can't you do that?
Because now I have a team of people that handle all that, and they'd be really upset with me. So.
Oh, okay. Well.
I have people now.
And you have a posse.
Oh, and I have a posse, and they would not be happy with me.
So
I do stuff like that.
You couldn't say that you might be able to have any kind
of No, I can't.
Wow. Okay. Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm just the beep that runs that thing. That's all. I have no input. Anyway, almost little, none, some, none.
And I have even less, apparently.
Even less. It's how it goes around here. Anyway, all right.
Just
well,
like
thanks.
my client says, can I swear? I'm just
yes,
the asshole who
can.
owns this company.
Right,
I don't know what's going on.
That's just how it goes. Right. Yeah, I said this before. This is how the email conversations go around in my world now. So, Ken, is that all right with you? I'm like, I haven't even seen the last hour worth of conversation, but obviously you guys have already made the decision, so that's how my world is. Welcome to my world. All right, we'll see you guys again next week. Thanks for joining us. We'll
Happy
see
Valentine's
you
Day,
next week, Monday, for the acronym show, the award-winning Curly Hair Q&A Mondays with Melanie show. Have a great curl week.